G'day everyone, it's Captain and welcome to another GTA Online video. Today we're going to be covering everything about the Cayo Perico Heist. If you guys enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. So to start the Cayo Perico Heist, just go to your cassette car and start this up. It's going to cost you $100,000. You can now go into the planning board and just start up the gather intel mission. So once you start this up, I would highly recommend you go into the driver's seat of the cassette car, press square if you're on PlayStation, and if you're on Xbox, just press the equivalent of that, and just fast travel to the closest location that you need to get to. So I've made my way to Grapeseed, and I have stolen that plane there. Just fly to Cayo Perico, get through the cutscene, and now this is where the chase begins to get to the communications tower. So I've got this at 2x speed. If you want to follow along the exact route that I am taking in real time, just go on YouTube settings and reduce the playback speed to 0.5 times. So there are two different routes that you can take when it comes to getting to the comms tower. In a previous video, I showed you guys a different route, but in this video, I'm going to show you another way that you can do this. So some people prefer this method. I would say I do prefer this method. Just go through this little gate here. Make sure there's no guards looking or you're not getting caught by any CCTV cameras. And I really didn't make this much easier for myself because one thing to keep in mind, if you're on a motorcycle or you're in a car when you're doing this, I would recommend using a motorcycle, by the way. But if you are using an automobile, then there is a much higher chance of getting detected from the guards as it's going to make more noise. So once you get to the comms tower, there's going to be two signal boxes, or there's going to be two different chances of getting them. One will be at the bottom of the tower here, and there'll be another one that you could actually get at the top of the tower, which is a bit of a climb. But now we can perform the hack on the signal box. Now the top port is going to multiply the output number by 2, the middle one will multiply by 10, and the final one will just keep the same output number. Now we're going to find our primary target. So just go to your phone, open the Sightseer app, and this time I got lucky with the ruby necklace, but I also on my run after got the pink diamond. So in the finale later, I will show you guys the pink diamond run. Now if you get detected by the guards just once, you can make your way back to the airstrip, and from here this is where we can try and find our secondary targets. So usually they'll be kept on the bottom floor there, but if they're not, if you've only got one target there, just get the forklift, park it as I've done here, and you can take a photo from this side of the gate, and then you can pick up those secondary targets. Now if it is your first time doing this, then I would recommend going to the airstrip here, taking a photo of this control tower, and then you will be able to unlock the airstrip as a point of interest. You'll also want to come to this location, which is going to be the main dock, and take a photo of this as well for Pavel. And then for the main point of interest we want to get to, this is the drainage tunnel. So you can just mark somewhere around here, get a motorcycle and jump into the water like so, or if you have found a dinghy, then you can make your way over here, just go underwater and swim over to the drainage tunnel, and you'll detect this and be able to enter from this point in the heist finale. So now the scoping is out of the way, let's move on to the setups. We're going to go to prep in the planning board of your cassette car, and the first one is going to be our approach vehicle, the long fin. So all you need to do is go and grab one of these cabs and just take it to the police station where we're going to be stealing the long fin. And what I also tend to do before I grab the trailer is go and set a waypoint at Elysian Island at the docks, as that's where you're going to need to deliver the long fin every single time. So just grab the long fin, make your way to the docks, and if you've still got the cops on you, you can just hide around the vantage point until you do lose the cops or wanted level, and that's it. Setup number 2 for the equipment is going to be the plasma cutter. I also recommend using a Sparrow for these missions. So all we need to do for this one is go take a photo of the planning board. Pavel will then go and find a location for us. We've just got to go and steal the plasma cutter and deliver it back to the cassette car, and it's as simple as that. Setup number 3 is going to be the fingerprint cloner for our equipment, and all we need to do is go to the warehouse, take out some enemies, hack the laptop here, which is really straightforward. Then we just need to leave the warehouse, and we have then located the archive, so we can just make our way to that location. And every single time that you do go into the archive or into this building here, the fingerprint cloner is always going to be in that back corner. You don't even need to pick it up, so just go deliver it back. Easy done. The next setup we're going to do is the cutting torch. So just go to the construction site, and if you're doing this stealth, which I highly recommend by the way, as these enemies are brutal, then just make sure you find a hard hat. There'll be about 5 different toolboxes. You'll just need to find the one with the cutting torch torch, pick it up, and then just go back to the kasatka and deliver it, and it's all done. So the final setup here is going to be our weapon loadout. I've gone with the aggressor approach here, and always make sure that you have suppressors on these weapons. That is a big must. It's going to cost you 5k, but you're definitely going to need it. So from here, we're going to make our way to an office building, and you're going to have two choices: one to go to the bottom floor and enter, or to enter from the top. I highly recommend always entering from the top level here. Just make your way around the right side of this office building, which is pretty straightforward, and all you got to do is take them out. Eventually you'll make your way to this office building here. Just try and open the gun locker. It will be locked. Just hack that laptop, which will be an easy code that you'll have to find in that sequence, and then just steal the weapons and leave the office. You're going to have a lot of enemies chasing you down, so that's why it makes a lot of sense to just have a chopper at the top of that building there, so that you can leave easily and deliver it back to the Kasaka. Alrighty, so we are onto the Heist Finale challenge here, and I'm going to show you this in a full stealth approach. We're going to find the pink diamond, we're going to get the elite challenge, and it's in hard mode. So everything has led up to this moment. The approach vehicle, we're going with the long fin. The infiltration point doesn't really matter, so you can go either way. The compound entry point is the drainage tunnel. The escape point doesn't really matter again, and the time of day I've set to day, as it's just easier to see. Now the weapon loadout, aggressor and suppressors. So you've loaded into the Cayo Perico Heist, and here we go. So instead of going straight into the compound, you're going to take a sharp left turn here and make your way over to the airstrip. Now this is where we began our scoping missions when we first did the gather intel mission. So once you get here, just park the long fin by the shore, and you can head out of the long fin here and make your way over to the first point where we're going to find our secondary targets. So this is where we're going to be trying to fill our loot bag. We're going to be trying to fill the bag up and get a mad profit. Alrighty, so starting things out, just go and take that guard out and then make your way into the hangar here. Now in my case, I've got two secondary loot targets there. If you guys have got to this gate and there's only one, then you can loot that first one, then get the forklift, simply park it like I've done here on screen, and then just make your way over this fence, get to the gates here, use that cutting torch to cut the gate open, and then just take your loot. Now once you've got your loot bag there, it's only going to be half full, so we're going to go to the second location here. Now jump on top of this roof. There's going to be a guard here. Just go and use your weapon, headshot kill him, and then go down below here, hide in the corner, and just take out this CCTV camera. As soon as you've done that, you will then be able to get more of our secondary loot. So there will be another gate here, and just keep an eye on that guard there. Yeah, that guard, just make sure that they turn to the right and walk away. Once they walk away, you are then free and good to go to open this gate and collect the rest of your loot. So just grab it all and make sure that your loot bag is full. The thing about the Cayo Perico heist is it can be quite overwhelming and seem like it's really difficult, but that's why with this guide I'm making it super easy, and I've done this probably 10 to 20 times now, and you will be able to do it too. So now make your way over that wall and run through the bushes here over to the long fin. Once you get to the long fin, you want to make sure that you go along the perimeter of the Cayo Perico island like so here, and make your way to this point on the corner of the island here. Make a sharp left turn and just go through around to the compound, and eventually you'll see an icon pop up for our drainage tunnel. Hop out of the driver's seat of the long fin, press left D-pad to equip a rebreather, swim underwater to this drainage tunnel point, press right D-pad and begin cutting this gate open. Personally, I scan over each side 3 passes at a time, and that usually by the end of it makes sure that all of these gate sides have opened. Eventually you've cut all sides open, you can swim through the drainage tunnel here finally, and we are going to make our way into the compound, sneak our way through into El Rubio's compound, and snatch our big chunk sum of money. In my case, it's going to be the pink diamond. Let me know what you guys have gotten for the primary target. It really just can be mixed up, but let's get into it, and I'm going to play this in real time. So just run up these stairs here as a first point of action. Take your first left turn and keep running straight through the courtyard here. Eventually take another left turn, run a little bit more, take another right turn, jump over this, and then make our way to the stairs here. Just hold here before you move any further, and make sure that security guard takes a left turn and walks away. If you guys walk into that, you're going to get caught, and that is going to be your heist over. So just follow along with what I'm doing here. Get to the top of this building, and you want to crouch by the corner here, not like I just have run into that corner there, but you want to hide here. And for some reason, my character has a glitched out stomach or t-shirt. It's really random, but anyway, once that guard walks past and they have faced away from the building here, you can run around the corner, run into the top level here, just make your way over to this safe as you can collect some additional loot. And right behind you, you'll be able to see that there is a key card on the table there. Just collect that and make your way to the keypad. So from here, we are going to begin our hack on the fingerprint cloner. So you'll see there's 8 different components that make up a fingerprint, and you want to get the top tip of the fingerprint. So get to that for each component and then click to the right. So the first component will of course be the first mark. Then the second component will be 1 click to the right on your D-pad from the tip. The third component will be 2 clicks to the right, and you work your way to the 8th one. It seems complicated, but it's quite simple. Now just make your way into the lift, be brought downstairs here, and make your way over to this lock where we're going to just go ahead and burn it off. And we are going to be into the vault here, and we can grab our primary target finally. Now just go into the vault and press right D-pad, and we're going to use the plasma cutter. So it says use R2 to cut through the glass. Be careful or the cutter will overheat, and that is true. So you want to keep the heating level around almost at full heat, back off the heat, and then just go back on it. And pretty much you just keep on this cycle of putting the gas down, backing off, putting the gas down, backing off. Eventually you'll cut through the glass. Just grab your primary target and run back into the lift. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we got to escape Cayo Perico, or escape the compound it says there. So just go through this door here, go to the right and make another right turn down these stairs. Just be careful of a guard that can be crossing through this pathway here. And in my case, there is no guards, so you can just jump off this railing. Oh my, he just literally landed on his neck. That is just insane. Anyway, from here, just go and run around the water fountain there, run towards the escape point and press right D-pad. And from here, this is where you're going to get brought to a cutscene of leaving the compound. And this is where a lot of people can lose it all in the heist. So just from here, run up this main road, take this guard out and get on the motorcycle. So from here, you want to take a left turn and make your way through to the ocean here. And just be careful not to get knocked off the bike. These trees are ruthless. They're super brutal. But anyway, jump off here, glide off with the motorcycle, land in the ocean, try and glide away as far as possible. And now just swim as far away as possible from Cayo Perico as you can. Eventually you'll see a little alert that will say a body has been found. Just ignore that, keep swimming into the depths of the ocean, and eventually you will escape from El Rubio. And I mean, there's a reason why this is the best way to make money in GTA Online, especially as a solo player. We completed the Elite Challenge, so we did this in under 15 minutes. You will be able to do that too with full loot bags, and with these setups and the heist included, you'll be able to complete this within 1 hour and profit almost $1.7 million depending on your primary target. If this video helped you out, please go ahead and just share it with one friend. It might help them out. Leave a like on the video, show your support by subscribing, and go check out many of the other money methods I have for different businesses in GTA Online.